Welcome to our class. For today, we are taking commerce as a subject. Remember, in our last class, we talked about the marketing mix. We will probably talk about introduction to marketing. So today, we're going to look at another aspect, and we will probably talk about consumer protection. So in the previous classes, we've discussed topics like introduction to marketing, introduction to management, consumer protection. Our last class majorly was based on consumer protection. What are the rights that consumers have as consumers that consumes products? Alright, so today we're going to look at documents we use in business. What are some of these documents we use in business? We're going to talk about the letter of inquiry, the invoice, the receipt, the quotation. If you've been following my business study class, I have dealt with this topic. We'll look at different documents used in business. And so, as a form of revision, we're going to look at it again. Remember, I told you in your commercial classes or in your social science subjects, these things, they reoccur. So if you're in junior secondary school, things you learn in business study can help you in your commerce class, in your accounting class, in your bookkeeping class, in your office practice class, in your economics class, in your commerce class. So follow along as we look at these documents used in business. So let's look at letter of inquiry. What do we mean by letter of inquiry? Just like in the normal English word, inquiry means asking for. You are inquiring about something, you are asking about a particular thing. I am going to look for a street because I have an address that somebody gave to me to look to get to him or her, or let's say to get to her, and he gave me an address, number so off so street, and I pick the address. I will make inquiry. It's either the taxi taking me there, the keke taking me there, or individuals that live in the environment. I'm going to ask them, where can I find this address? I'm inquiring. And so in business, we do letter of inquiry, because in business you can never be an island. You need inquiry about products, about services, and about what you want. So what is letter of inquiry? A letter of inquiry is written for the purpose of asking for something for the recipient. You sent it to the recipient. The recipient have to know what you're asking about. It can be sent as a formal letter. It can be sent as an email to your recipient's company. And the letter of inquiry can be you inquiring about a product. Let's say I run a boutique and I see a wholesale online clothing shop. They are a business line. And I saw their pattern and design and I love it so much. And then I make inquiry. I come across your store online. I love the patterns you have. Will you be kind enough to send me some order of your design and pattern and the price that goes with it? What is your payment option and what are your discount options? How do we do business? I'm inquiring from that clothing line. That's letter of inquiry. Okay, so we have seen the first document, letter of inquiry. From you send it to the recipient's company to ask for something that you want to be on the know about. That's letter of inquiry. The next one is invoice. What is an invoice? You see, in our business, we prepare invoice. And so when I prepare this invoice, it's a document that talk about our products. You see it. So Invoice, what do we mean by invoice? An invoice is an itemized document that records the products or services delivered to the customer, the total amount due, and the preferred payment method. Let's say an invoice tells us about the product I deliver to you. So companies, businesses have invoice that they issue to their customers. And so in this invoice, I will state the product you bought. I will state at what price it is bought. And I will state the payment method you made. Was it through bank? Was it cash? Were there some discount on this product? That is what we do with invoice. So an invoice is a document that records the product or services that is delivered to your customer, and it tells you the total amount the customer paid, the total amount that is owing, the means of payment, the payment method, the discount you have allowed on that product if you're in. That's invoice. And then we'll talk about the third one, which is the receipt. The receipt is an official record that represents proof of financial transaction. Let's take, for example, your house where you live. Your parents pay rent, and the landlord issued them the receipt. The house rent receipt, it's the financial transaction that took place between your parents and the house owner, to show that financial transactions have taken place between him and them. And so it is stipulated how much is paid, for what purpose is that receipt issued, at what date was it issued, and what amount was paid on that date. That is for a receipt. Okay, so we have seen another document used in business, the receipt. Now let's look at a quotation. A quotation. When we look at a quotation, the quotation outlines the goods or services provided by a particular firm or organization and at what price they are issuing such products. And so let's say, for example, we want to buy granite. We want to buy sand for a building project or a construction project. And we sent a quotation to a bigger company that supplies this product, and we ask them, how much do you supply a trailer load of granite? How much do you supply a truckload, sorry, not a trailer load, a truckload of granite? How much do you supply a truckload of sand? How much do you supply per bag of cement? And so when they sent this message across, the recipient company is going to give a quotation of how they supply. Some of these companies have different number of products they supply, and at the quantity, there are those who buy on a larger quantity. There are discounts allowed for this individual, and if you buy on a small quantity, you might not have such discount. So in their quotation, they are going to state all of these principles, all of these terms and conditions of trade that you can carry out. So you see, quotation tells you product the company owns and sells, the price they sell it, at what quantity they sell it, what discount they can allow. All of these are found in the quotation that is sent to you. It can be sent electronically or manually. So these are some of the business documents that are used in businesses. We've looked at the letter of inquiry. We've looked at the invoice. We've looked at the receipt. And we've looked at the quotation. Now, let's look at another aspect of business in this look at our last objective for today, trade terms and abbreviation. What are some of the terms used in trade and the abbreviation? I have few of it. I will give you an assignment. What I have here is few. We have hundreds of trade terms, if not thousands of trade terms. Every business have terms and abbreviation associated with it. Like in accounting, we have some balance brought forward, balance carried forward. We have accounts. We have other abbreviation in accounting. So also you have in the medical field, there are abbreviations that are used. So the field you are depend on the abbreviation you will use, but we are looking at trade terms. So we are looking at what are those abbreviations and terms that are used in business. So we're going to look at few of them. I want you to go and research on more terms that are used in our everyday businesses. And so let's start with a common one. AC, it's accounts. Like you want to write accounts for the year end. You can just say AC for the year end. AO, account of. AN, advice notes. BD, bankers drafts. BE, bill of exchange. BL, bill of landing. BS, bill of sales. BD, bond. BP, bills payable. You see, the way they use this in medical term is not the same way we use it in our trading term. BP means bills payable. C of O, certificate of origin. C and D, collected and delivered. Imagine you deliver the product and you just write C and D, collected and delivered. CS, currency subcharges. CV, certificate of value. That they have received the CV of the product, the certificate of value of that product. So these are some of the terms we use in business. Go over it again. The one of accounts, AC, AO, AN, BD, BE, BO, BS, BD, BP, C of O, C and D, C and X, CV. All of these are different terminology and abbreviation that are used in business. As we go through our business class, and maybe when we enter the accounting part of your business study, I use some of these abbreviations and refer you to this. This is our commerce class, and this is our last objective. Hope you find value for the class. Watch and rewatch. That way you will understand what the class is all about, and that way you will better yourself. Please watch them. In your essay question, in your theory question, they may ask you to write short notes on any of the following business documents. Get acquainted with it, know what they are. Another assignment I want to give you is draw a format of each of these documents. Like, draw a format of a letter, for example, A and Z company. You talk about your address, then the inquiry, dear sir. And let's talk about I own a boutique that I use at the first instance, and I'm making inquiry. Dear sir, so day I come across your online store that displays most of your products, but I'll be happy to get a full detail of your fashion line, the designs you have, at what price, and what are the trading terms you have. I'll be happy to get feedback on how this runs. Below here is my email. Send me a feedback. Waiting for your favorable response. Thank you. Or you're faithful if you want to do it formal. So you can be email, I can tell you can be formal. That is a format of a letter of inquiry. Straight to the point. Introduce yourself. Tell them what you inquiry about. You can start by rolling off inquiry about your fashion line. You roll it off. After saying, yes, sir, I am so and so boutique. I want to. You tell them what you're inquiring. Tell them what you want. And tell them how you want to do business with them. That's written out a letter of inquiry. So please draw out a letter of inquiry for me. A sample or a format of an invoice, a receipt, a quotation. Try and practice how it is. I want you to do that job. I've explained what it is I've explained what they are used for, how they are issued. I want you to just get a format of what they are. Alright, that will be it in our commerce class. It was my pleasure being here. If you have any question, go below the comment box and ask your question. I'll see you in our next class when we discuss other of our business study subject, other of our commerce topic. Thank you. Subscribe if you've not subscribed. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for being here. Thank you for always showing up. If you are new to the channel, navigate through the channel. There are a lot of videos, having up to 600 videos on this channel that can help you. We have different corners that can help build your total you. We want you to learn everywhere you go. We want to bring learning to your home. And so follow along, put into action what you're learning here, and you will benefit. I'll see you in our next video.